Here's the truth about secret eating and how to stop. Have you ever thrown candy wrappers away or even dug deep into the trash to get them so far down that no one would find them? Maybe you've done like I used to do. I would stop and get chocolate on the way home, and then I would throw the trash away in the outside trash bin so no one in the house would know that I was sneaking food. It's really not about the food, and it's not about willpower. It's about that shame and you saying to yourself, I should know better, and that's embarrassing. We almost feel like we're living a double life when we have a secret eating life, when we want no one to see us. There's nothing wrong with you and nothing to be embarrassed about, even though I know it feels gross. But here's the thing, it's not about the food, and I'm going to teach you why you're doing it and also how you can stop. There are a lot of reasons why secret eating happens. One reason you secret eat is because you don't want to be judged. You haven't processed your emotions for the day, and the one thing that makes you feel good is food. And sometimes we can't wait for someone to leave the house so that we can actually sit down with our food and feel better. I remember thinking sometimes I couldn't wait for my husband to leave so that I could sit down, eat my chocolate, eat his peanut butter cookies, and have no one to judge me. Another reason is you feel like you've already messed up for the day. So why not just quit and eat anything that you want? If you've been restricting or dieting because you don't feel good about your binging behavior, then it's very likely that you're going to do it again later in the day, that you will emotionally eat, secret eat, or binge eat because you have not been nourishing your body enough throughout the day or actually depriving yourself. This is the hardest one of all. You may be secret eating because you don't want to reveal your true relationship with food. Not only do you not want to deal with that with people that might make you feel ashamed, but you really don't want to even reveal it to yourself. It's hard for you to even admit that you're doing it because many times after we've eaten in secret, the next day we actually forget that we have done it until the next time it happens. It's how you're dealing with the pressure from the day, the stress, trauma you may have not healed, people pleasing, not saying no, not setting boundaries. All that pressure builds up. And at the end of the day, when you need to let go and have that release, food is the easiest thing. Let's be clear. Eating in secret is a coping tool. It's a way for you to deal with all the pressure that's built up. Maybe there's been stress from the day. Maybe there's been chronic stress. Maybe you're taking care of other people. People pleasing, not saying no when you really want to, not setting boundaries. All of these resentments build up, and then we want to eat because that makes us feel better immediately. But we know that emotional eating and binge eating have consequences, whether it's weight gain, diabetes, all the inflammation that comes from it, feeling stuffed, feeling awful about ourselves, breaking down our self-esteem and our confidence, and definitely trashing our body image. You don't need another diet, and you don't need discipline. But the very first step is awareness. So if you're able to understand that emotional eating and secret eating is not about the food, it's about how you feel and processing your emotions, then you will start to make some progress. Because we have to know that there's something else that has to be taken care of. The needs that we have, either to voice our needs, to feel better, to have a hug, to have quiet time, to heal trauma, whatever those needs are, if we are aware that that's the cause, then we can actually stop emotional eating. Because it's not about hunger. It's not about food. It's not about you saying, I can stay away from the chocolate. So awareness is the first step. Just know what's going on. Don't worry about fixing it just yet. The next step is something I talk about all the time in my Emotional Eats community, a community of midlife women who are working on the same things you are. And if you'd like to know more about it, just hit the link in the description. But the next step, we always talk about taking the pause. When we take a pause before we do anything with food and give ourselves just a minute to think a little more clearly about what we really need, then there's a chance that we won't turn to food or eat as much. Here's the problem, it takes so much practice. So we practice the pause in other parts of our lives. We practice the pause in the morning, having some quiet time, starting our day without the chaos, but in peace. We take the pause throughout the day and take a walk or get outside, or take a pause before we eat lunch. Or we take a pause before meals and have gratitude. We do it throughout the day so that when we are in a situation when we're stressed out, we really feel like we just want to turn to food to feel better and we're about ready to binge, that's when we can take a pause. You don't have to be perfect. It's a process, and you just work on your progress, not being perfect, because that perfectionism can actually backfire into binging. A third tip I have for you is to try EFT tapping. I have put a link to my EFT tapping download. It's a video for you to learn how to use EFT tapping in order to stop emotional eating and binge eating. We use acupressure points to help calm the nervous system and release stress and tension. I encourage you to check it out and see if it helps. Walking throughout the day can really help you. Walking not only helps you stabilize your blood sugar, but walking also helps you process your emotions and process your day. When you head out for a walk, a lot of times you'll have something on your mind, and by the time you come back, you've already come up with some solutions. And it really helps put you in a better mood. So try walking many times throughout the day in order to understand how you're feeling, to get in touch with your own body, to get out in nature, to stabilize your blood sugar, and to process your day. And also just know you don't have to do this alone. I have created the Emotional Eats community for women like you, so make sure you follow for more tips. Check out the description for the links to find out more.